some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation and Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start us off. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Oklahoma's offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
I love the offense coming out being aggressive on the first play of the game. They're trying to take momentum right away, but the defense was waiting, and they were ready, and they get the interception. You can't start a ball game better than the way the defense...
And the defense, got him at the 27.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Off play action. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally top.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z. So these are big for the resume.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not
turning it on. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Man, he has been the definition of consistent all year long. You talk about building a team. You get a guy like this that you can hand the football and he makes play after play after play. That's why he's #2 in college football in rushing, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy picture. A running back in the Heisman Trophy picture. It's kind of been a dying element. This guy's very much in the race.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Out of the backfield, he's open. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Might be calling a hot route. They'll move the wide receiver. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now, it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The give from the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Grab near the sticks. It's Booker. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's #4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. The Sooners line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. The draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
The Sooner fans booming, a cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. He lofts one down the sideline. Got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. These two teams feeling each other out a bit, down 10-3 as they open Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got his man on the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
To the air on second down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I think the quarterback at this point just needs to settle down. We saw the interception earlier in the game, and all of a sudden on that throw, just really bad fundamentals. The quarterback just needs to settle himself, get himself into a rhythm, trust his fundamentals, because that's going to help his accuracy.
Another incompletion on third down. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 35. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They've already put up a couple of scores, and now they have it again, up 10-3. From the gun, the running back has it. We'll give him a couple on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Razorbacks are in the hurry up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go. Wide receiver comes in motion. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Arkansas! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Hester. There he goes. Across the 40 outbound at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to pass. They're working that left side. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw for it. Right on the money. At the 35, he's open. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. The Razorbacks send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the 1st time tonight. Sends his 1st one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Dangerous screen into traffic. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. And the Razorbacks moving quickly to the line.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. He leaves it with his back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Leaves it with the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Sooners are marching down the field. To the air on 1st down. He's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Just keep slinging it. It's complete. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The defense calls a timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a 1-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Release to the back. He's got it. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
On the play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the run. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I know everyone's yelling like he didn't get the 1st down, we need more yards. But when you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he missed it. No good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from the game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. He'll put total leather and get this 2nd half started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the 1st half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the 2nd half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right?
Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Puts it out on the screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Razorbacks will hustle to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Gonna let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Power football with the run. Still on his feet at the 35. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those...
There he goes to the left. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that one.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. The give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. He'll set up to throw. Flips it out to the back. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. From the gun, the ground game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 30. Yard line before he stopped. So here comes the Oklahoma gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. Give to the running back. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give out of the gun. Shakes off the defender. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the ground with the back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
And the Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Tight end now in motion. To the ground. He's got it again. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he is stopped for no gain, and that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. We reach the break. Arkansas has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. He's looking to throw. Flips it out in the flat. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up 1st and goal.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And I'm not surprised they went to him again. He's already had 2 rushing touchdowns. He's had some success and been physical. But how about the defense? Ready for him? I guess they've learned their lesson, right? They've already given up 2. They weren't giving up a 3rd.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. And with that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. They'll run it from the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26. Of 1. The Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Fires to the right. And wings it incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Touchdown, Arkansas! They move on top here in the 4th.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the 4th quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Sooner offense returns to the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Hauls it in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
It'll be a draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Punt is in the air. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, he'll throw it. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover?
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And here's the third interception of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. The give as they work on that clock. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. The Razorbacks enter the final minute of play trying to run out the clock. Now they'll run the draw. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack. Don't get a negative play. But if I can be aggressive, Palmer, I'm still trying to go to the end zone to get the immediate dub.
Take as much pressure off of your kicker as you possibly can. You just got to wonder what he's thinking right now. Lots of pressure on him.
The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's second down, incomplete pass, go to third down. If we need to go for it on fourth down, this offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10.
Ready. Let's go.
Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Hester. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And this to tie us up in the final minute. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. He slides that just inside the right upright. David, Jesse, they find a way in the waning seconds to tie it up.
And the late game execution worked to perfection. Moving the ball down the field, getting your kicker in a spot. You know exactly where he likes to kick it from. He drives it through. We're tied up, and we're headed to overtime.
4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
So here comes our first play of overtime. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Here we go.
Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Yoder. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Sooner! They take the lead here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
And that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. You're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
It's complete on the right side.
We hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. really nice job of executing.
Huge third down to keep the drive alive. They need a touchdown on this possession. They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passes.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that.